Hello everyone and welcome back once again to not strategic command, we're talking about unity of command here. Yeah, unity of command. And we're here in the next conference. Let's choose subjugate Switzerland. Sure, that will be an ahistorical mission in the historical branch, so that'll be fine. And I'll get some bombers. I don't really care that much for these, if you ask me. Air supply, we can do without. Just like that. I don't think I really need that. Alright. What I do want to do actually is upgrade from Kleist to get pontoon bridges. And to get them a little bit more extensive vision, or it's not vision, usability range. I don't know how to call it. Anyway, we're gonna start with follow road west, June the 5th, 1940. With the pocket near Dunkirk dealt with, the Wehrmacht pivots south towards Paris and the French Atlantic ports, which are crucially needed for Germany's U-boat operations. The French army, while severely weakened and lacking reserves, is by no means a beaten force. So there's also a follow road east, which is launched simultaneously, but we'll be dealing with that in the next episode. Yeah, we'll see what's going on here. You have eliminated the best troops the Brits and French had to offer. With no allied reserve left to react to our attacks, France teeters on the brink of total collapse. You must not allow them time to recover. Push south towards Paris and west along the Channel coast. The loss of their capital and the severing of their connection to Britain must surely finish off the French. 33rd, which is this guy, I think, with just 3 pips or steps, is reconstituted after we lost it in some counteroffensives in the last mission. We have to take Paris on turn 5, Le Havre as well, Sens turn 6, and Orléans on turn 7, and then Brest all the way out there, Nantes, Cherbourg, and Angoulême have to be taken on turn 9. So we really have to switch between trying to destroy enemy units and racing towards the objectives. If we take a look at the enemy supply, they get their supplies through there, down there, and at least up there. None of the other ports. Okay. So I can probably cut off these forces by taking Paris, because their supplies are coming from down here, so that goes up through here. If I cut them off here, then this will also no longer work, and these guys are cut off, so I don't need to battle there. So I can take some of these steps to reinforce some of my other units, because I'm actually running a bit low on prestige as well. And I'd rather have my steps go to units that could use it, which is certainly, or which is not necessarily these guys. Let's give you pioneers. They're here for another 2 turns, or for another 2 missions. Sorry, so they're the units which will probably stay here for the longest, or at least I haven't seen anything else that would indicate they're going to stay as long as. So these guys are already veterans, so I would not mind them keeping the artillery there. But on the other side, I would not mind putting it on some other unit as well, because it does mean that at least they will have a decent attack at the start. Same for you. You could do with some artillery. But actually, let's take it from you. Because if I can give these guys the Stug 3A. I'd rather let them have the mobile units, because these guys will stay here for 2 turns. or for 2 more missions. I keep saying turns, but it's missions, whereas these guys will be gone by that time. Going to 6 is fine. I can still put 2 pontoon bridges up, which is kind of what I'm looking for. Oh, they're at 7 subs now? Okay. So I have 85. You guys will stay here for at least another mission. I could see them using some pioneers as well. Then we would be at 55. I want to get these guys to 7. Unfortunately, they'll become regulars at that point, but that is fine. I don't really want to waste prestige on units that will not stay here after this mission, if I'm honest. But I do want my units to have a reasonable amount of steps, although it might not be possible for all the units. 55 left, huh? Do I really need to spend that? I can spend 10 to get you to 7, but I think we're actually fine at that point. Let's move you forward, and let's see where I can create some useful bridges. Quite possibly here. Here maybe? The thing is, I kind of need to beat these. You're out of range, you're out of range. No longer, so... I could also move here Scuba B a bit further over there. I mean, this should be fine though. And then... yeah, moving it here should work well enough, I think. And then Panzergruppe Kleist can move here as for supply. Let's take it all down and let's put one here for now. And I suppose yeah, this has to be better for now. Alright. Let's get started. I guess we'll make do with what we got. It's probably best... well, let's see up here first. I also kind of want to connect the railroad. I have to move towards Le Havre as well. Would like to get to that, but it's a bit of a long road here. No, that's over the top. Although that's some pretty poor retreat odds. So what I could be doing You didn't get overrun, right? No. They moved over there, so then ultimately... Oh, you cannot get in there? Only you, huh? Well, it's still better than nothing. And then they have only a few units that can still move across. I've at least effectively cut them off from retreating over to Le Havre from that side, which is kind of useful. Whereas okay, good. You can still move away, yeah. Ow. Yeah, I'd rather go for the free one then. The only unfortunate thing is that these guys are in a pretty good spot. It feels a bit unfortunate to be retreating in that manner. Yeah, that one suppression ain't gonna help too much. You have to be kidding me. Okay, I didn't know it was this bad, but apparently it is. Can we just please get an overrun on such a high percentage chance? That'd be great, really. Like, okay, well that southern or the second attack went really, really poorly, mainly because of these and my inability to take it. I can take it like this, but those stragglers are exceptionally in the way, and I definitely handled that poorly. I don't know, sometimes things just don't really come together, and then things are, you know, like here too, things could have gone pretty well, but then guess it didn't happen. If they retreated, could have moved in there, but nope. Alright, well, at the very least, let's establish that and remove you. You go in there, you there. Yep, that would have been really awful. Can I still do a... Yeah, I can still do a feint attack. Let's do that. This way these guys at least get into veteran status. I need to try and repair bridges. I might just as well give some units some extra supplies in case they eventually need it. Yeah, these guys will likely try to retreat anyway. Right, well, that was disappointing. Let's see if we can do a little bit better on the next turn, because I don't want to see such a paltry performance again. Let me tell you that. Alright, they could still easily get all the way out there, so it was pretty useless to try and go for that tactic. I mean, they 100% have a unit there, so there is no reason to try and do anything there. Yeah, you're a motorized unit. There's really no reason for me to... The thing is, their attack is pretty much always bad. So I might just as well go down there so you can keep moving. Well, they will have a unit waiting for me there. So trying to push there. Okay, so I can move in here without too many issues. I would say you are the unit that's furthest ahead, or furthest away. Grab the supply hex, and I kind of expected to still be able to move there. Come on. Really? Okay, well, no matter. Let's go in here. Let's see. Kill them. There we go. I actually do need a working bridge. Like, even if I go in here, it's like, yeah, sure, fine, but doesn't particularly help. Your attack is appalling. They have a good position, I'll give them that. You know what? I'll just continue moving here. I really don't feel like going in there at the moment is really what I want to be doing. These guys at the very least are out of supply. I'll catch that later. this is a bit of a problem. Let's see what they got. Nothing. Well, at least I'm over the bridge. That is actually quite useful. I would say they're cut off. Yeah. Okay. Only there they aren't, but I do have a bridgehead. Somewhat makes up for my poor performance on the first turn, but only a little bit. Okay, since you guys are the supply, I might just as well use feint attacks on them, because then at least, you know, it has some effect. Instead of none. I will try and put supplies as far as possible. Although this one will be necessary for now. Might in the future I might be able to get rid of that. Okay, so as of von Kleist, I should have given these guys their additional supplies earlier. How about pontoon bridges? In case they move a unit in there, it's probably wise to actually place a second one there. Recon enforce. Does it help me any? No, I guess not. So yeah, placing another one is not effective. Let's put you there because these guys will exhaust their additional supplies, which is unfortunate. Turn 3, huh? Okay. Yeah, so they're actually moving in there. It's funny that they're reinforcing that line. There's no particular reason for that. Also, they could have destroyed quite a few bridges, although I'm technically across. Maybe they don't feel like it anymore. So they will no longer be able to attack. I can pretty safely move a unit there. And move further along with the infantry. Since I need to capture Le Havre on turn 5, I think it would be sensible to try and get there. Yeah, let's put you in there. Oh, you got an overrun. Okay, well these guys are not gonna... Well, I have 2 more turns, basically, to deal with that now. Like I said, they will no longer be able to attack. I mean, they can technically move, or try to move towards Rouen. I can see that being useful in a way. My main problem... Well, these guys are weak. You're the only one who has a reasonable attack, simply because you're elite against that. The thing is, it would be a lot better if I could cut them off, or if I can get them to move. Guess I can't. Alright, let's finish them off then. And yeah, it seems like these guys continue to then be a problem and prevent me from moving in the direction where I want to go. They're not getting their supplies from there, but from there. Paris is turn 5. I can't. Alright, well, let's see what's here. Nothing too fancy, apparently. That's the reason. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty annoying. Wow, you cannot get through. Let's see, how about now? Yes, you can. Okay, great. Now, these guys are at least cut off. And I cannot cut them off from Paris. Well, they're dead now. That helps me a little. I actually kind of want to get rid of the artillery because I think that's the thing that gives them the 0 and 2. And since I'm looking to give these guys the experience, no, they're 250 now, so it's not bad actually. They're allowed to go in there. I don't really care about something like that. But let's block them here. Now I have to decide what to do with Panzergruppe Kleist itself before I make the same mistake again. If I actually rack up the supplies, because it's not going to get a whole lot further than where it's at right now. I can move it up, take these down, because this is not going to be that much of an issue anymore. I can only give you guys extra supplies. Can't create pontoon bridges at the moment. Okay, so I might just as well try to go for a decent attack here. Trying to get an overrun, of course, failing miserably, and they didn't even retreat. Nice. That is exactly what I was looking forward to getting. Couldn't have done any worse. Yeah. The RNG can make your life pretty miserable. Especially since they're gonna lose all of their... What if I do this? Can I... Yeah, okay, that at the very least allows me to then defeat them. Use recon and force a second time. Oh, wait, they can no longer attack after that? Oh, what? Hey. Oh, come on. Alright. I guess I'm going in there then. Not exactly the way I had imagined it. I didn't know that they would lose their ability to attack at that point. They're likely going to cut off my forces then. At least that's what I would do. At least they have extra supply. Let's jam all these additional forces in there. Okay, so you actually get to move. Because I can just park these. Ooh, they even lost 2 steps. We're again getting so many units that I barely know what to do with them. Let's jam the artillery guy in there. It's bound to be better. If only they could go to either of those two, but I guess they can't. Heeresgruppe B. Let's move further down. Yeah. And now they can even destroy that bridge. If they so wanted to, I suppose. Not particularly sure what happened there. I mean, So, I suppose, is there any unit that has a decent attack? You guys do actually have a pretty reasonable attack there. Do I have... I can finish those guys off. That's fine. You could technically still attack there. Alright, so I do have more turns for this. Okay, they already retreated. That is great. So I got that on turn 4. I will take that bridge gladly. Let's get you into Dieppe. I know they might actually be destroyed. I would not mind these guys moving in there though, because then they'll immediately lose that. I guess... Yeah, you can already move out. I'm not too threatened by these units. kill them. And I can take it at least fairly easy there. I don't want these guys to go and just happily retreat back into Paris. So let me just go and take a look. Okay, they have nothing in there. And I did say... I did have a unit that had a pretty reasonable attack. That's you. My main concern is actually Sens on turn 6. Like, I can get a bunch of infantry to move down onto Paris and then harass these guys. Like, that is... it's not overly problematic. You can move back, right? Yeah. And this does hurt a little bit, but... okay, well... take Paris, these guys are cut off, bridges intact, nice. Okay. Now, I actually should focus on getting this rail line because I think that's gonna be critical for getting the supplies through down there. So I will mostly try to suppress these with the remainder of the points that I have. Just like this, so they will have lost the most steps. I'm getting my supplies from there, yeah, so... there's nothing wrong with keeping these guys in there, especially since they can no longer attack. Alright, let's have you moving. And let's just see. Okay, that's fine. It's unfortunate it had to be those guys, but... yeah, getting Sans turn 6, not impossible now. They will also be cut off, although I guess Panzergruppe Kleist is now cut off as well. Let's get all the... oh, okay. All the new guys out. I'm gonna beat these two guys on the next turn anyway. I don't think it really matters whether I'm getting the supplies now or not. But for you to move forward, I do actually think that's worthwhile. Yeah, let's get you to 9 command points. And the last is also there. Okay, you're a bit weaker than the others, but that's fine. Okay, so these have all moved as much as they can. We're really just dealing with these two now. Okay. Fair enough. Orléans is on turn 7. And to be frank, I think this is probably the turn where I should say, well, I'm gonna move my my panzers forward. Now that these two guys are cut off as well, it's probably prudent. So let's move. Which is the furthest? That is actually Brest. So I think I want to go and move in that general direction at this point. There we go. Now they should be even more cut off or something. Okay, so next turn I'll have the supplies up and running. They cannot destroy their bridges. Alright, I think that's looking good enough. I think I'm already being breached will also help. Sure. So they did go for it. Not too surprising. That's actually a city, huh? I have to say, I am surprised. But we'll get them. There we go. Now the second one. Okay, so now the supplies are running like this. I guess not up there yet. But it means I will be able to remove those. I will deal with that in a bit. I actually think... well, shouldn't waste those attacks actually. Okay, they can no longer cut me off on that side either. And let's get rid of all of these guys. So I actually also need to get the railroad all the way down there. Let's also work on that. Okay. You probably are incapable at this point of collecting any of those. Yeah, that is fine. I'll be able to get to Cherbourg on turn 9. Cherbourg is not a problem. Let's block them. So they won't be getting out. You actually don't have that great of an attack against these guys either way. Sens is turn 6. I actually kind of wish I would have been able to spot it now, but... Interesting indeed. What I do think I will do is attack with you, and get the overrun. I should be able to get there on turn 9, even with these guys, I think. They have 8 movement. Let's count the hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's turn 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's turn 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would guess so. It does look kind of dicey now, but and Orleans turns 7, so I don't really need to worry about it that much. They'll be out of supply for 2 turns. That's also not really a bother. Let's just do this. I'm sure to get Sens on the next turn then, and then they can actually move there. What I'll then do is I will actually start moving with them. They'll take it back. I don't really care. You should be able to get to Angoulême on the next turn, I suppose. Now that my supplies will not be cut off, I should... Okay, so you don't actually get supplies from there. Can you get supply through the Panzergruppe Kleist? You also cannot. So... unfortunate indeed. It does suggest that they will get out of supply for a second turn. But there's nothing to be done about that. The thing is that they are in a much... Well, I guess they would have to get to Nantes. Probably best way to do that is through Rennes. Yeah, and they will have to go through here as well to get up there. I might actually switch it up, so have you guys move to Brest. But they'll be out of supply for a second turn. Maybe I can save them by moving in the Panzergruppe Kleist. Convenient that. I should have used these guys first. I want you to move down. They're not gonna be of any help. So let's forget it. Okay, you can go. Okay, this is pretty harsh. It's gonna be fine. I don't have any reinforcements. I can move in there, but that's not a problem. Okay. That's it. Turn 5. Yep. Well, like I said, they should be moving in through there. Can I recover you now? No, you can't. But you're still moving a whole lot further than these, or at least for a turn. So I guess I'd still rather have these guys go to Nantes, whereas these guys are going to go to Brest. Oh, hello. Okay, but I'll get there on turn 9. That's still not really problematic. It's pretty good for the AI, I suppose. But nothing that can really stop me. I have to say that that city being ruins now made it a little bit dicey for me. Are they getting supplies there? Yes, they are. Wow. I'm really happy that... Oh, no, never mind. I could just take it. I got spooked, but no reason to. Let's start here. I actually want to attack them with the Gebirgsjäger, because I really want those Gebirgsjäger to become elite. They're very close to it. Okay, so like I said, there's no reason to take it, except that these guys will then be in supply. Yeah, that's actually reason enough. That is plenty of reason enough. Yep. You'll be in supply there. It sounds or seems a bit silly, but that's okay. Kill them. So I can either spend 50, wow, for that, huh? But that's probably still worth it. Getting the feint attacks down to 1 is quite useful, I think. Sweet. Now all I have to do is round them up. Let's get most of these on actual rail lines, so I don't have to worry about them not being in supply. It would be a waste to lose these units for no reason. And it also allows me to get rid of that. So that next turn I can actually get these guys in supply because, well, currently it ain't looking so hot. Okay, no worries. Another upgrade. Well, river crossing or no retreat. I could go for 25 prestige. Let's just go for the free option. I don't really need the prestige either, but I'd rather go for actually improving these guys. Then there's no reason for me to have a, you know, gazillion prestige at the end of the campaign and just be stuck with it. I'd rather have my HQ be a bit stronger, even though no retreat is probably never gonna come up. Well, they were already out of supply, but okay, I would be surprised if there were actually units in those places to capture. Oh, you can even go around it, but then they would be out of supply. Right. Oh no, I have this supply hub in here. They're gonna take it now. Right. That was rather dumb. It's like, oh yeah, I can put another unit in there, but obviously I can't. Fine. We'll be fine. But it was a really dumb move. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get there. Let's just move through all that territory. Just so we can grab it. I would like you to remain in supply, so I'm moving down, and I do have 2 more turns to take it. So I am not particularly worried that way. Also, I'm gonna cut all of that off on the next turn, so I'll be good. What I find to be a bit surprising in this well, never mind. Yeah. Put those there, and they should be in supply to take that. Let's have you move on to that rail hex. Now, the one thing that's at least okay is that I can move these guys in there to attack them. There's, I think, really no reason for me to waste any steps. Or to, you know, get out of supply there. Yeah, I mean, they can move to St. Malo. And that would be it, I think. But these guys being in supply, there's no reason for me either to move Panzergruppe, as long as I move towards the objectives. Take Cherbourg. I guess take Nantes and move up to get these guys further in supply again. Fallschirmjäger Paradrop. Okay, not too shabby. Keep moving with you guys. You don't need to move. You'll take Brest on the next turn. Good enough. Okay, that was a bit unexpected. Luckily they're in supply again, so it's okay. And these extra stragglers do at least also give me a few extra points, so ultimately it's not too bad. Maybe there's some stragglers there too. Five XP, huh? Take that, take that. Take this hex, but move back. You in there. You there. Take more prisoners. And I think that will be it. I don't think they have anything left. I don't even think they can deploy their HQ. Well, maybe they can. Alright. Last few. Thanks. Don't see anything there. So it's probably fine. Let's just take Saint Nazaire. And keep the rail supply going. Take Brest. Let's actually take the free update for emergency supply, because this costs a lot, and I actually kind of want to save the prestige for the next mission. Yeah, sure. Don't care. Nothing in here either. Just trying to weed out any potential, stragglers anywhere, but I didn't find any. That's fine. Got everything, so even if there's a straggler maybe somewhere, I think not much can be done. Anyway, we got the milestone, years in weeks, and we also got a bunch of points for our score. Sure. That went well enough. My first turn was not amazing, but we were able to recover, I guess, from that, so that's nice. Next up will be Falarot East, and we'll be dealing with the other part of our advance through France at that point, bypassing Maginot Line, potentially taking it, and then we'll move into Switzerland after that. Yeah, thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.